Good morning, Mike Vacchi, Princeton Trader, here for NakedTrader.com with your Tuesday morning pre-market webcast. Well, a huge down day in the markets yesterday, down 6.66%. Just a very ugly day between the downgrade in Europe and, essentially there's really not a lot of solutions people have left to how we're going to get out of this. And anytime you start to dwell on that, the market just continues to head lower. I mean, we traded in some very violent swings yesterday. We were trading in 20, 30, 50 handle moves at a time. So you've really got to be careful. For example, last night we traded down last night, our overnight low 1077. And then we go ahead and make a 70-point rally right into the Europe Open, up as high as 1148. Traded back down to 1096 and made a higher low there. So that's something that that we need to make a note of in the positive camp. We pulled back to make a higher low at 1096 and rallied as high as today's daily pivot, which is 1136.75. So rallied to make a lower high. So that not so good, but we're talking about some really big moves here, and for the last few hours we've been chopping in a range between that daily pivot 1136, 1137 down to 1120 representing the 50% Fibonacci level between the 1373 high and the 665.75 low back in March of 2009. So we're right in this in this real pivotal level as far as where this market is going to head as a general proposition over the next months, potentially years. So I posted on my website, and I think Jill posted up for all of you, a chart that I drew this morning. Just a quick trend line on a 5-minute chart of the E-mini. And so take a look at that. Basically, that just shows a trend line at the last couple of lows. And we're staying above that trend line, and we are continuing to make higher lows. So as long as that dynamic plays out, if we can break above the 1148 high, then maybe this is a little bit of a sustainable oversold bounce. But an oversold bounce, from my perspective, is all that it is right now. This is not the end or the bottom. We won't know where the bottom is until weeks after it's happened. So you've really got to be careful. Nobody knows if this is over or not. Anybody that says they do, that they can say to you definitively 1077 is the bottom, don't believe them. Run far, far away, because they don't know. Nobody knows. Be careful with what you're holding overnight, if anything at all. Be hedged, use stops, and if you have active positions on, stay at your desk. We are trading in 40, 50, 70 handle swings, and that can blow you out with a trade. So be careful. There's a lot of moving parts, and on top of it all, we've got an FOMC meeting today. So as if there was enough going on, we've got the Bernanke that's going to have a meeting. No press conference today, but they're going to release a statement. I think it probably would be better if there was a press conference, but it's only a one-day meeting, so they're not doing that. So it's going to be the old-fashioned release a statement, at 2:15, and everybody can parse out, what they're thinking from there. So expect some volatility this afternoon for sure. Support and resistance levels. We are currently trading 1127 quarter. On the downside, 1120, which is that 50% fib level I mentioned. Then 1109, 1096, 1093, some small support there, and then the 1077 overnight low. On the upside, 1133, 1137, 1140, which is the 23.6% retracement of the current 1077 low and the last peak at 1347.75. Then the last few levels, 1148, 1161, 1180, which is the 38% fib of the current low to the last peak high, and then 1184 to 1191, which is a pivot resistance zone. And even if we blast off like the space shuttle, I don't think we would be able to get over that final 1184 level, at least not today. So be careful. Use stops. I will see everybody in the morning. Mike Vacchi, Princeton Trader for NakedTrader.com. Have a good night, have a good day, and I will see everybody in the morning. Bye-bye.